Ideal mesmo pro mundo atual seria fazer o ensino médio junto com o curso técnico, certo? É no Senac que o aluno tem autonomia de verdade, formação cidadã, foco na diversidade, preparação pro Enem, material didático sem taxas e muito mais. Na real, tem tudo que você precisa para se sentir preparado para a vida. Seja para entrar no mundo do trabalho ou te ajudar a decidir o que fazer na faculdade. Quer saber? Senac. Vem comigo. Acesse sp.senac.br/ensino-médio-técnico.
You will dream it.
They wanna know.
Hey,
Mia.
hey,
Mia.
hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger,
I'm Lindsay Weber.
and I have an important announcement for everyone.
Just for me.
Women don't belong in balloons.
That is such a good line reading of that. Like, you could say that so many different ways, but she said it the perfect way.
She said it the correct way.
Women don't belong in balloons.
Women don't belong in balloons. So there's a new Amazon movie called The Aeronauts, and the trailer for it came out moments before we started recording, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Well, can you just give some context? I texted Bobby like the trailer for a movie called The Wedding Year starring Sarah Hyland as a woman who goes to weddings a lot, and I was like, this honestly looks kind of good. I
looks
stand
fine.
by that. And then he
All
was
the
like,
production,
but-
you know, like whenever you're watching a movie and then it's like the trailer or the movie begins with production companies you've one, never heard of, and two,
Yes.
kind of believe are fake. And it's like where the movie cost $30 and was funded by like a country that you didn't know existed.
Right.
That's what The Wedding Year is, but it kind of looks fine.
No, it looks good. Like, even though it's only screening in like Romania and Cooper
Romania. Cooper PD. Yeah, you could only see The Wedding Year in Cooper PD, like underground.
I would see it. I think it looks really good. And meanwhile, I think the Argonauts or whatever this is called, the Aeronauts,
The Aeronauts.
it looks terrible.
It like premieres at Toronto or something, and then it's doing the Amazon thing where it's like in theaters a little bit, and then it's going to be on Amazon Prime, and then we can all watch Felicity Jones and Eddie Redmayne
Go in a balloon.
soar to great heights in the 1860s in a hot air balloon, because he's like some scientist, and all of his scientist buddies are like, oh, you think you can predict the weather? Like, absolutely not. And then he's like, if I take a balloon,
if we predict the weather, it'll change everything. And it's like,
and they're like, you're out of your mind. And then Felicity Jones is like, I want to go in a balloon. And some lady's like, women don't belong in balloons.
Women don't belong in balloons.
And then she defies these other women and goes up into a balloon with Eddie Redmayne, and then they like discover weather or something.
but it's like, as soon as they get up there, it's like a CGI hell. It's just like
just
CGI.
CGI hell.
So it's like once they get up in the balloon, they're like, oh no, snow. And it's like an intern like throws some like soap shavings on them or whatever. Like, it's just insane.
It's when I picture CGI stuff happening, it's like my brain, because we were so inundated with this image in 2008, 2009, it is impossible for me to think about CGI without imagining Zoe Saldana in Avatar makeup with like the blue dots all over her
Zoe
face.
Saldana's
screaming.
like your epitome of the worst CGI, or like the most
It's not
CGI.
even the worst CGI. It's just CGI. She's the textbook of
I
CGI.
remember being very affected by like the real life photos of Avatar, where
It's
you
like,
would
oh
see
my
like what was
God.
actually filmed on camera, and it's just
they
like
were acting. They were acting, and then they changed their faces to blue faces.
like literally no face paint on these people. That was how CGI that movie was.
Like, she just went to work and they put dots on her face, and she just acted like normal.
I wonder if they sent Felicity up in a balloon, or no balloon at all
Like, for
ever
research?
existed. So you said you had something for me.
I had something for you. I have something for you, because I was like, what is this movie? Like, are we truly out of stories to tell that someone was like, here's a biopic we haven't told? James Glacier, the first guy who, like, what did he even do? He created the dew point. I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. He was obsessed with weather, and his last name was Glacier.
But it's spelled Glaisher.
Okay.
It's like phonetically glacier.
He invented the dew point?
He invented the dew points, the tables to measure humidity.
Okay, we like that. We
He
support
found
that.
it. We like it. Our dew point's always high. We hate
use it. Okay, it's fine.
He measured humidity in the atmosphere at its highest levels.
Okay.
He broke the world record for altitude in a hot air balloon in September 1862,
Okay,
which is
spoiler
what this
alert,
movie is
spoiler
about. Which
alert.
is what this movie is about. He passed out around 8,800 meters before a reading could be taken, so they didn't actually measure the humidity up there. But he did it. He
Wait,
did it.
what? I'm sorry. He went up into the balloon and then they didn't
Then
even
he
get
passed
anything?
out. But then he passed out.
So the end of this
So-
movie is that they go up in the balloon and they're like, will we reach like the highest point? And they do it and then like they get nothing.
They do it DEW.
Did you hear Amelia Earhart was eaten by a giant crab?
I've heard they've been saying that for years.
I'm just saying, did you know that that's why
Yes,
no
I
one
know
found
that
her
that's
body
one of the
because
hypotheses.
it's still inside a giant crab that can live for 150 years?
Yes.
The crab ate her
I know
bones
all about
and
Amelia
we can't
Earhart
even
and
find
the giant crab.
Okay, just making sure.
I know all about it.
Okay, fine, just making sure.
Did you read the stuff about the Titanic like disintegrating?
No,
People are like, oh no, it's disintegrating, and it's like, of course it is.
it's underwater. It's a sunken ship.
I was talking to Lala about it, and she was like, the bathtub is gone, sweetie, and I was like, of course it is.
But like, can't you see James Cameron reading that article and being like, I must go back. We must go back.
Make a sequel. Make a sequel.
Like, I've never forget Titanic like opened with him like in that little thing, like bumping around the Titanic.
Yeah,
The
no,
literal
he really went down
Titanic.
there.
Yeah.
He really went down there.
Duh,
No, but you're not
yeah.
letting me tell the story about the aeronauts.
Okay, fine.
So this guy, like, you are going to scream. Women don't belong in balloons.
Women don't belong in balloons.
So James Glacier goes up into the aeronaut machine, the hot air balloon.
It's a hot air balloon.
He does his stuff. But in real life, he went with his co-pilot. Hold on. He went with his co-pilot, Henry Coxwell.
Wait, it's not about a woman? There's no woman in the balloon? They made up the woman?
The movie made up a woman so that he could go up with a woman. Because guess what? Women don't belong in balloons.
Women don't belong in balloons.
That is what happened.
So the true story is that women didn't belong in balloons.
Women don't belong in balloons.
So the real story, that woman said, women don't belong in balloons. And Felicity said, you're right. Okay, I'm not going.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? You're right. I'm not going. I'm going to skip this one.
It says, the film depicts Amelia Wren and Glacier in an epic
Wait,
fight
her
for
name
survival
is
while
Amelia,
attempting...
like Amelia Earhart eaten by
Amelia
crabs?
Wren, W-R-E-N. In an epic fight for survival while attempting to make discoveries in a gas balloon. The movie omits Henry Coxwell entirely. A report in the Daily Telegraph, I'm reading from Wikipedia, a report in the Daily Telegraph quotes Keith Moore, head at library at the Royal Society, as saying, quote, it's a great shame that Henry isn't portrayed because he performed very well and saved the life of a leading scientist. And so these people are like, yeah, but this guy saved someone's life and you cut him out of history. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but-
This is wild.
But Felicity and what's his face can have sexual tension in a balloon in CGI land.
I don't think people have sexual tension with Eddie Ren made no offense, honestly, or
No
Felicity
offense.
Jones.
No offense.
I don't
keep
find
wanting to
either of
call her
them
Felicity
particularly spicy.
Put Felicity
or
Huffman in a balloon with Eddie Redmayne. Oh.
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 It blows up. That gas balloon catches fire.
Yeah, with their love.
It's like, in real life, Amelia and James's balloon did not catch fire due to their sexual chemistry. In fact, she wasn't even there.
Okay, we need to move on because this
Okay,
movie
so
is like
this is a
gonna win.
big-
Like this movie's gonna win like best movie at the Oscars, and it's gonna be like, remember when Bobby
Best
Lindsay
movie.
like joked about it on Who Weekly? Go ahead. It's the Green Book of movies. They just like made up.
Someone's going to open up.
Bullshit.
It's going to be like Sigourney Weaver presenting the award for Best Picture. She's going to be like, and the Oscar goes to, and she's going to open it up and go, women do belong in balloons. Yeah, it's the aeronauts. And everyone's going to clap. Women do belong in balloons.
With
You are listening to Who's There, the weekly call-in episode of Who Weekly. You can call in 619-WHO-THEM, leave questions, comments, concerns. We usually leave them to the comments, then we move on to questions. Let's start with comments. A lot of calls and tweets about mayonnaise this week, understandably.
I feel like we haven't talked about mayonnaise in depth in a while, and so people who were new didn't know that was a
We're
thing
like,
that
what?
we do, and we did it, and it was like very disarming. You know,
Like tweets like, you guys are disgusting, love you, crunch, crunch.
Hi, Who Weekly. Long time, first time. I got to say, as a California native who moved to New York, there is a big difference between Best Foods and Hellmann's. Most people will argue that Hellmann's has more sodium, even though they claim that they have the same amount of ingredients. I will also tell you that, in my personal opinion, as a mayonnaise connoisseur like Bobby himself, that the best mayonnaise out there is truly the real mayonnaise from Trader Joe's. It comes in a yellow jar. It's got these old people on it. delicious. It's got a weird tang. I'd lick the spoon, which I know is disgusting, but it's delicious. So I know Trader Joe's is a trek for you guys in New York. Might be worth it. Stock up. All right. Crunch, crunch.
Incredible tip.
Yeah.
Love how mayonnaise, people who like mayonnaise hate themselves, like always. It's just like, I'm disgusting, licks the spoon. Send me to jail.
Disgusting.
Send me
So
to
I
jail,
went
opens
to,
the jar. Yep.
I went to the Wayback Machine, and the Wayback Machine has, Wikipedia led me to the Mayo.com Wayback Machine, because apparently they deleted Mayo.com/facts, FAQs, at some point in like 2003.
Yeah.
But it says on the Mayo.com website, it said, what is the difference between Hellmann's and Best Foods mayonnaise? And it says the products are basically the same. Both trademarks evolved simultaneously. Hellmann's in the East and Best Foods in the West. Taste preferences vary. Some people find that Best Foods mayonnaise is slightly more tangy. But everywhere you look says it's like either identical or basically the same. That is very strange language. So I don't understand why it's not just the same. Have people not come to that conclusion?
Right. It doesn't make sense because either it's the exact same or it's different enough where the Hellmann's would say, oh, yeah, it's different because of taste preferences, where they would like point to that.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Not a deleted page that you found via the Wayback Machine on Wikipedia.
But it is one of those weird things where it's like you start reading about like, what's the difference? And then the top level info is there is no difference. And then you read down 2 more paragraphs and it's like, there are subtle differences. And you're like, what are you talking about?
This seems like shady. This is shady. They're hiding something.
Hey guys, I'm sure you have been getting lots of calls about this, but the American Beauty stomach model is a model named Chloe Hunter, and she also took a little foray into acting. So she had a bit part in Leprechaun in the Hood, the most racist Leprechaun movie, but her biggest role was actually in another Mina Suvari film called Spun, which also starred the likes of Josh Peck, Debbie Harry, Jason Schwartzman, and Brittany Murphy, to name a few. Hunter's Wikipedia page says, in her role in Spun, Hunter's character notably spent almost the entire film completely nude and tied spread eagle to a bed. So that's already pretty crazy, but here's the real exciting part. The movie poster for Spun also features a hand resting on a nude stomach? Conspiracy theory? Alright. Thanks. Love you guys. Crunch, crunch.
Did you see Spun? Do you remember Spun?
I never saw Spun. I knew it existed, but I was always like, why would I watch this?
Very dark. Yeah, it's not, I would say it's not that great.
Everything I think about, when I think about Spun, I think of that iconic video of Britney Spears stoned where she is talking to Kevin Federline about how much she wants to watch Spun. And
oh my God,
like,
you're right.
She goes, when does Spun come out? I want to see that. And then Kevin Federline's like, yeah, we have it in the tour bus. And she cannot believe. She's like, what?
What?
Well, when is it going to be playing? Oh, no. When did Spun come out? I want to see that.
We'll have to go buy it on DVD. It might even been on the bus.
Huh?
It might have been on the bus.
Huh? Really? You're lying.
I'm not lying.
It was really on the bus?
I said it might have been on the bus. I don't know.
That's like a new movie and stuff.
Baby, that movie is... I watched it fucking 4 months ago on DVD.
Where have I been?
So the American Beauty stomach reveal wasn't that hard to find, because if you search American Beauty stomach, you found this Hollywood.com piece called Whose Tummy Is It Anyway, in which they were obsessed with finding out that the stomach belonged to this woman. But I will say, now that Christina Hendricks has confirmed that she's the hand, and we know that this woman is the stomach, when do the hand and the stomach reunite for an EW cover or something?
Oh, we know they're gonna do that.
But just I can't find. I actually went on the hunt for Chloe Hunt today. I couldn't find her now. There's lots of stuff of her from then. Her website is, you can go back on Wayback Machine. You can do all this stuff, but it's really hard to find her now. Not sure where she is. The stomach.
Not sure where she is.
You know?
Maybe she went up in a balloon. I don't know.
No, women can't go in
balloons. Stomachs don't belong in balloons.
Women don't belong in balloons.
So that we don't know, will the stomach and the hand reunite? Maybe if, I just feel like if we want to.
It's 2019. We're obsessed with nostalgia.
We love reunions.
We're going to reunite the stomach and the hand.
We have to.
Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Bobby. This is Jay from Los Angeles. I was calling regarding your Magic Mike review of the review. Just real quick, I actually went in an audition to be one of the dancers. I made it to the second cut, but didn't go past that. And just to confirm that you wear what you call a modesty pouch on stage, so there's no anything showing, because like Bobby said, there are very strict rules for what I guess is allowed to be shown in public. And then there's also a dancer's belt, which is more like a thong, but I think that's more for ballet. Not really my area of expertise for that. Yeah, that's it. Just wanted to confirm and tell you that it is called a modesty pouch. Crunch, crunch. Yummy Pop Star Joe, me and Grease.
So this was the more serious call of the two that we got.
So
sorry you didn't get the job. But it's good to know that, like, yeah, modesty pouches exist and there are those strict laws. But a lot of people called and they were like, puppetry of the penis is on the strip and they show penis the entire time. And I think that's the one exception, because puppetry of the penis is like very, like, no one would argue that it's sexual, you know?
I don't really know what that is.
Puppetry of the penis is whenever, like, naked dudes come out and they, like, make, like, you know when a clown makes balloon animals? What if that was made with the penis? That's puppetry
No,
of the penis.
that doesn't exist.
Yes, Lindsay, it's disgusting.
How
they
is that
used
on
to
the
show it on, like,
strip?
HBO after 11 p.m. It's gross.
Wait, who would want to see this? This would really ruin penises for you.
It's like psycho. It's like psycho. It's psycho penis stuff. Did you have HBO? Like,
Yes, I also watched Real Sex with my friends in the basement, but we never watched Puppetry of the Penis.
Who didn't watch Real Sex in the Basement? So Puppetry of the Penis is like, they would like grab the penis and like fold it around and now it looks like an elephant.
No.
Yeah,
whose penis wants to do that?
These puppets, these puppeteers. It's gross. But I think that the reason that works and the other stuff doesn't is because there's
like
no
abstract.
threat of it being sexual.
It's
right?
abstract.
It's
It's like an
sexualized.
abstract penis.
Yes.
There was a lot of different rules. There's also play the next call.
Hi, Lindsay and Bobby. Long time, first time. Bobby actually met you on the streets of Washington, D.C. It was the most starstruck I have ever felt. I'm just calling. I had to stop the show and let you know that as a straight woman who was bamboozled into going to a gay strip club, long story, penis should always be illegal. All right, bye. Hi, Who Weekly. Medium time. I just had to stop this week's episode and tell you a quick story, which is that I went to a bachelorette party in Las Vegas, and we went to a male strip club that a party bus took us to, and when I tell you that penises are allowed at a strip club, I am telling you I saw more dicks than I had ever hoped or wanted to see, and by the end I was so horrified and disgusted by the male form. As a hetero woman, I was like, never want to see a penis again. I hate dicks. So I kind of wonder if, number one, this place was like maybe not legal because it was like in a strip mall somewhere, but also maybe people like strip clubs, male reviews, whatever you call them, don't show dicks normally because, like, no offense, but penises aren't that attractive. And, like, they're kind of gross and sloppy over and over and over again. So maybe that's part of it. Like, it's better to just look at, like, a cut dude than his gross penis. Anyway, that was my experience, and I still hate penises. Crunch, crunch. Bye.
Love to end a penis call with crunch, crunch.
Oh, crunch, crunch. So basically the answer to this is like, if you want to see dick in Vegas, like you can see dick in Vegas. Like you just have to like seek it out, but you're not going to see dick at like these like official shows on the strip aside from Puppetry of the Penis. That's a really complicated answer to this question, but basically like you can see dick if you want to see dick.
She saw so much dick
women
at the
can't
strip mall strip club that a party bus drove her to.
Women can't fly in balloons, but you can see dick in Vegas if you seek it out.
Women don't belong in balloons.
Okay, what's the next call? It's just thank you so much for calling about this. Oh, I love this call.
I just had to call because your discussion about cords being the great equalizer. I was at the Pete Buttigieg fundraiser at Gwyneth Paltrow's house a couple months ago, and my friend who I was there with, his phone battery was dying, and sure enough, sitting in Gwyneth Paltrow's living room as we're having canapes and champagne waiting for Pete Buttigieg to start his comments, there was a cord, and my friend did in fact plug his phone into an errant iPhone cord hanging around in Gwyneth Paltrow's house. And yes, Brie Vanderkamp herself was sitting right, I don't even remember her name, the actress was sitting right next to it when he plugged his phone in. So yes, cords are truly the great equalizer. Okay.
What's so funny about that is that cords are disgusting, but having a cord for someone to plug in at your house is luxury.
It is.
It's the greatest
when they're just
kindness.
draped over the
they're
stuff,
just
and it's
draped,
like,
and you can just plug in casually, and you're like, oh,
a long cord. Oh my god, a 10-foot long cord.
Right?
When I bought my first 10-foot long cord, I was like, oh,
never going back.
Why would I ever have a short cord?
Yeah,
I threw the ones that came with the iPhone in the trash. Just kidding.
Disgusting.
But the long
cords.
cord is incredible.
Disgusting cords.
The long cord on your bedside table. Please.
But even at Gwyneth Paltrow's house, they're just cords just flung everywhere. That's the thing. They're just cords everywhere. No one can stop cords.
Marsha Cross is using cords at Gwyneth Paltrow's house. Brie Vanderkamp. Whatever that actress.
She's using a cord. She doesn't mind. She's fine with the cords.
Also, fucking wild to go to a Pete Buttigieg fundraiser at Gwyneth Paltrow's house.
Yeah, I won't even get into asking you about that experience.
I was Googling about
how
it.
You got there.
Tickets started at $250.
It's not even that expensive.
Not even that expensive. Less expensive than I thought. Next call. But it was sold out.
Hi, Lindsay and Bobby. I'm calling with Bachelorette wedding info in case you care, which you probably don't. But a couple of the Bachelorettes have said or heavily implied that ABC was not interested in televising their weddings as much as you would think they would be unless they did it on Bachelor in Paradise, which means super small guest list, you're filmed as part of the show, all the cast that you don't know is there's probably going to be some sort of drama like happened this week at 2 Bachelor in Paradise people's weddings that was on TV. So yeah, Ashley and Jared, they were offered to get married on Bachelor in Paradise, and they did not want to because they wanted a ginormous Spon-Connie wedding. And Rachel and Brian, I think, either weren't offered at all because her Bachelorette season got lower ratings, which is sad because she was the first Black Bachelorette. But, yeah, and then some of the other Bachelorettes have also said that they were hoping the ABC would offer, and they did not. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful. Good form, Bella Thorne. Crunch, crunch. Yummy pop forever.
Oh, yummy pop forever. Interesting.
That's so funny because I was watching Bachelor in Paradise and they did have a wedding, and it was the couple that met on Bachelor in Paradise and last season. So it wasn't even a Bachelor couple. It was a Bachelor in Paradise couple. And you're right. They had a shitty small wedding that was filmed for half the episode. Not even a full episode based on their wedding. You know?
Yeah.
So the other couples must have been just why would we let you do that? There's no point for us to be doing that. Yeah. Okay.
Next call. Oh, call of the episode.
Hey, Who Weekly. It's Lea DeLaria. Gotta be sad. I gotta thank you for the shout out that you gave me in your First Wives Club commentary. Let's just say I was flattered. Anyway, question. I know that I'm generally a who, but I'm definitely a them in the gay world. I'm also kind of a them in the Broadway world, or am I? Anyway, I'd appreciate your take on my specific fame level. Anyway, Leah in Greece. Crunch, crunch, bitches. Bye.
This is so... When I heard this, I just screamed. Which hooligan coached Lea DeLaria to make the perfect Who Weekly call? You can't even deal.
I don't even know what to say about this.
This is amazing.
I mean, Lea DeLaria. Broadway them, gay them, New York them.
Total
General
Who.
Who.
She knows.
She knows it. We know it.
to embrace your hoodum, but also celebrate your thing, as she said.
Yeah.
Incredible.
When I lived in Bushwick, I would see her all the time. Leah, if you're listening to this, I've said hi to you a couple times. I've been like, hey. And you would always say, hey.
That's so nice.
One time I saw her on the train platform and I was like, hello. And she was like, hey. And that's it.
I love that for you guys. So you've met, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, she has no idea she met me. I was like, hello.
I mean, we did, this was the Patreon only First Wives Club
Patreon
movie
episode.
commentary.
Because if you'll remember, there's a scene in First Wives Club where they go to a gay bar, lesbian bar. She is the one who, when Goldie Hawn walks in, she's like, I knew you were gay. And then she dances with Goldie Hawn on the dance floor.
Incredible.
It's cute.
Incredible.
Wow. So Lea DeLaria, you got it all right.
Wow.
General Who, Broadway them, gay them, New York them.
It's true. And it's your identity is made up of many different who's and thems, like you're not just like a general who or them, even though sometimes we do designate that. Like there are small pieces.
I sent Josh the call yesterday and I was like, and I said, Lea DeLaria called, and I sent him the call. And then like 30 seconds later, he goes, what? And I said, Big Boo, Orange is the New Black. And he goes, no, I know who it is. I'm just saying, what?
You just assumed that he
was like, I know who this is. That's so fun. I'll play some of her music because she has like jazz albums.
Like Melora Hardin?
Yeah, we've also talked about her music in the past, and I think I have played some of her music because she weirdly comes up frequently.
Sair da escola já com uma formação profissional no currículo? Metodologia por projetos? Preparação para o Enem? Atividades extras gratuitas, como acesso a oficinas, simulados, vagas de estágio, Olimpíadas do Conhecimento e muito mais? Esse é o Ensino Médio Técnico do Senac. Quer saber? Senac. Acesse sp.senac.br/ensino médio e saiba mais.
Hi, I was just futzing around on Twitter and discovered some of the most deranged SpawnCon I've ever seen, which is a promoted tweet from the account Cans Get You, letter U, Cooking. And the tweet says, when Haylie Duff wants to serve a nutrient-rich meal, she reaches for canned foods. Her baked chicken taquitos starring canned carrots, corn, black beans, and chilies get her family their fix of veggies and protein, promoting a healthier diet. And then it's a picture of her standing next to sliced carrots, whole kernel corn, and green chilies, but they don't appear to be like a specific brand, so it really just appears to be like an ad for the concept of canned foods. In any event, just wanted to inform you guys, good form, Bellathorn. Good form, Bellathorn.
This is like almost as good as the pork board.
It's an ad for the concept of canned food.
Haylie Duff's sister Haylie is doing Spawn for an advocacy group that advocates for cans.
Just the cans.
Like cans, not like the food in the cans, the actual cans themselves.
So Hilary Duff got the news that she's going to be starring in a Disney Plus reboot of Lizzie McGuire, and Haylie Duff got the news that she can eat out of cans. I don't.
You've made this joke before and I still like it.
Who needs Disney Plus?
The bio of
cans?
Cans Get You Cooking is your next great meal is only a can away. Join the conversation. And you Google, you're like, what is this? Like, what? Like, who is this? And they're called CanCentral.com. They're called the Can Manufacturers Institute, or CMI, duh, obviously. Is the National Trade Association of the Metal and Composite Can Manufacturing Industry and its suppliers in the United States.
So it's the can, literally the can industry. Big Can is pushing. They don't care what your brand of choice is. They just want you to buy cans, right?
To
That's
them,
what's happening.
we're all just potential out of can eaters.
It's like the milk board, honestly. It's the milk, the Got Milk people. Because they were like, we don't care. It's like the Dairy Farmers, what is it? The Dairy Farmers Association of America or something, right? It's something like that. So that's a really close
Do you
equivalent.
think CMI is problematic at all? The can manufacturers industry?
Everything goes back to the Koch brothers, definitely. Like this.
What? How?
They're
Wait,
absolutely,
what? How are they related
I'm
to
just
that?
I'm just saying, if you look hard enough, like someone in the CMI, like donated like $1 million to Donald Trump. Like, there's no way that didn't
I just
happen.
am obsessed with. She's in this maybe fake kitchen. She's making like taquitos out of
looks like a real kitchen.
Tupperware.
I kind of think it's her kitchen.
Really?
I feel like it's her kitchen.
Well, do you see it says me in the back? That's like
It says
me.
home. It's cut off. It says home. It doesn't just say me. Me. It says home.
Anyways, the point is that she's
Imagine,
like making
no
taquitos,
offense.
but she's also making like. But then next to her, the color is correct. There are just 3 cans, and the brands are
But
just
they're
fresh
open.
cut. Like they're open, but there's no brand on them. They're just cans.
Because
But
she
where-
mixed them into the taquitos.
Oh, I got that. I really didn't understand.
So it's
that.
like she made these disgusting taquitos that looks like
okay,
rotisserie
relax.
pulled rotisserie chicken with green chilies, sliced carrots, and whole kernel corn inside the taquito.
That sounds great, honestly.
And then she rolled them up and obviously baked them because they got a little brown on the edges. She's putting them into a unicorn lunchbox, presumably for one of her children, but maybe for herself. Who knows? And she's giving the kids 2 taquitos each. And then there's one other Tupperware that just has cut green beans, presumably from a can. And then the other Tupperware has, I have no idea inside it. What is in the other Tupperware?
Cans Get You Cooking on Instagram, and I found just a picture of like a cabinet with cans in it, and it says, "Pro tip: rather than buying produce that you'll likely toss away when it spoils, stock your pantry with ingredients that lock out oxygen and prevent your food from going bad." So the can industry is fully like going after the fresh food industry, like, oh yeah, go to the farmer's market, bitch. You're never gonna eat that shit. Get a can.
Oh yeah, that Swiss rainbow chard is gonna be really good for a day.
In your garbage can when it goes bad before
To be
you can
fair, the
figure
can
out how to
industry
use
has
it.
a point. To be fair, the can
Are you
industry has a
kidding?
point.
I love canned stuff. Chickpeas?
Half of
Get
my
out of
diet,
here.
Half of my diet is canned chickpeas.
Literally, I know that.
Josh
about
is like,
you.
quit making chickpeas.
They're so good.
everything I cook, like, and I'm like, and a side of chickpeas, and it's like, and I throw a little chickpea in there.
And everyone's like, enough with the chickpeas.
Well, I made a Greek salad. I added some chickpeas.
No, they're good. They have protein in them. They're great.
It's really fun, and you can roast them and add a little crispy chickpea on something. It's
crispy
great.
Crispy chickpea. This got 89 likes. They hashtagged it Instagood, Food, Instapic, Foodie, BuzzFeed Food, HuffPost Taste, Buzz Feast, G Food, Foodstagram, Food Bloggers, Foodgasm, Food Photography.
What's your favorite canned vegetable besides beans? Although I guess they're not vegetables;
Wait,
they're
it's
legumes.
Chickpeas is the most useful
Besides
canned.
beans, what's your favorite canned food? More broad.
Pumpkin.
Canned food.
Pumpkin.
I thought you were gonna say tuna.
Oh, okay. No, it's tuna. But you know, I
It's-
eat tuna out of a pouch now.
Yeah, the pouch is better.
I eat tuna out of a pouch now. I like those little pouches because honestly, canned tuna, sometimes there's like too much tuna. And I don't even mean to just like say that because say that.
Yeah.
You know?
What if the can industry has dealt with the
Pouches?
BPA problem?
Wait, what problem?
The BPA problem. Their cans are lined with BPA usually.
Don't ask cans Get You Cooking about that.
I try buying non-BPA lining canned chickpeas, but not every place has them.
Wow, you should take this to the can board. The board.
It's a hormone disruptor. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound good, Lindsay. It's like me looking at the back of a label and it's like no parabens. I'm like, thank God, and I put it in the cart.
You don't even know what a paraben.
I don't know what a paraben is.
Yeah,
I think it's a hormone disruptor, and I just don't want my body disrupted.
You need all the hormones that you have not disrupted.
I don't even know what it means to disrupt a hormone.
Okay, let's move on.
I think we should be proud of Haylie Duff.
And
also, this is me being genuine. Look at her actually putting in the work. She's not half-assing this.
No, it's true. It could be.
And I respect
she
that.
maybe used her own kitchen. She's making the canned food. She's maybe eating the canned food. I bet she serves her kids canned food. That's authentic.
Hi, Who Weekly. Medium time, second time. I called earlier this week to alert you to the Hustler movie poster, which features the names of 7 of the women in the film, along with the images of 6 of the women in the film. So the only woman whose image is not featured on the movie poster is Julia Stiles. her name is on the movie poster, but her photo is not on the movie poster, along with everyone else's photo. She's not there. Where is Julia Stiles? I'm following up to let you know that Julia Stiles wasn't at the premiere, and the last press she did for this movie, Hustlers, was in June. So my theory was that maybe she plays like a voice in a box or something, like in Charlie's Angels, and that's why her name is on the movie poster, but her photo isn't. But no, apparently she plays a journalist. Maybe the journalist is just a voiceover. I don't know. I want to know where she is. Where is Julia Stiles?
First of all, Julia Stiles would be so happy to know that you're looking for her. Like,
I know.
honestly, it's like so flattering that you're like, where's Julia? You're like seeing this Hustlers poster that has like literally 1 million people on it. You're like, where's Julia Stiles?
She's so happy. She's so grateful.
I mean,
The short answer is she's not one of the hustlers.
No, so
she's
the thing
reporter.
do I think Julia Stiles has more lines than Cardi B in this movie? Yes. But is Julia Stiles one of the hustlers? No, she plays the reporter that actually wrote the real life story that
turned into this.
The movie is based off of. So it is weird to me, though, I will say. So her name is on there, but her photo's not on there in this poster.
Her name is on the poster. The poster has the following hierarchy in terms of cast list: Constance Wu, Jennifer Lopez, Julia Stiles, Keke Palmer, Lily Reinhart, Lizzo, and Cardi B.
But then on different posters, I feel like Julia Stiles' name is not on it or lower down or something.
Yeah, but this is the main poster. This is like the official final poster.
Okay.
And then the order of the photos is Constance Wu in her own image, Jennifer Lopez in her own image, second down. Then it's Lizzo and Cardi B in the same frame, Lily Reinhart in her own frame on the right, and then Keke Palmer on her own frame.
So this makes sense to me after hearing about the Constance Wu drama.
Yes.
J-Lo should be first, but she's second. Julia Stiles actually should be third, but I get why she's not pictured, because what are they going to have her like in glasses, like writing on a notepad or something? Journalists are never like, there's no visual.
And for those of you who don't know, this movie is based off of a New York Magazine story from a few years ago, 2 years ago? Not that long ago, actually, by Jessica Pressler, called The Hustlers at Scores. It's easy. Just Google like New York Magazine, The Hustlers. It's there. And it's about strippers who like stole money from rich Wall Street dudes. It's really good. Obviously, it was optioned immediately, and it was directed by our fave, Lorene Scafaria, who made The Meddler, which, is now problematic to talk about. Because of Susan.
Do not
no,
take
it's
The
fine.
Meddler from me.
Separate the art from the artist. Separate the art from the artist, but only sometimes.
Oh, God.
Those are the rules. Julia Stiles, what's she up to now, Lindsay?
What are you asking me that for? I don't know.
You put this quote in here.
What do you mean?
She says, I play Jessica Pressler. What is this from?
That was the only quote. It was like,
ET Online.
Julia Stiles is doing like some press, and in the press, she's like, she's like, yes, I wanted to do this movie. I will do anything. I'll do craft service. I'll make coffee for the crew. I don't care. And they were like, so we're not going to have you strip. We're going to have you play the journalist, which is great. I hope they gave her a nice pair of glasses, because journalists always wear glasses in films.
My favorite thing about actors who are playing people who wear glasses in movies, but they never wear glasses, is that they do the tick of shoving them up their bridge all the time. As someone who's been wearing glasses since third grade, I rarely do that.
Oh, I do that all the time. That means my glasses don't really fit.
Like one little finger pushing it up. It's like I do that when I'm sweaty and they're falling down, or like a couple times a day. But like in movies, they're constantly shoving them up.
Yeah, it's a character choice.
She's gonna be good in this, right?
I hope this movie's good. I don't know.
I saw a tweet yesterday that was like, I don't know who it was. It was just like someone saying Hustlers is the best movie of the year.
Okay, wow. Like someone who would
obviously it was probably a gay person. Obviously probably being dramatic, but it's probably good.
Yeah, I believe it.
I feel like you don't put you don't put this kind of hype between kind of a random movie by a director most people haven't heard of unless there's something to back it up. They must have faith in this movie.
I don't know.
They must.
I don't know. I do not know. I fully don't know.
I trust her.
But I trust Lorene Scafaria.
Lorene, I trust.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez, I trust. Constance Wu, I trust.
Okay.
Next call. Someone I do not trust.
Hello. So I'm sitting at my desk
trying to look busy while calling you and talking very softly so my coworkers don't hear me and think I'm actually on a business call. But I was just scrolling through Twitter during the workday, as one does, and there was this tweet that said that Ty Pennington's real name from that fucking show, you know, American Home Makeover or whatever, Move That Truck dude. His real name is Tigert Bruton, and he goes by Ty Pennington. Please do some research. Fact check this. Is this false? I don't know. Anyway, crunch crunch. Bye-bye.
According to Wikipedia, Ty Pennington of Extreme Home Makeover fame, yes, the Move That Bus guy, his real name is Gary Tigert Burton Pennington.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, this is wild. Tigert is wild. But, like, what would Ty stand for anyways?
I guess I didn't know. Like, Tyrone? Tyson? I don't know. I sort of thought Ty could be a standalone name, you know?
Sure.
If you told me his name was Ty on his birth certificate, I'd be like, okay, maybe Ty is just a name. Like, Ty sounds very normal to me.
His name is Gary. What's crazy is that his real name is Gary.
And not Gerard, you know?
I mean,
or
he looks
Greg.
to me like he looks like a Ty Pennington because I know him as that.
Like a Ty.
Ty Pennington is also literally like the name of a bully in like a movie. Like it's a fake name. It is the name of like a ranch hand that like you fall in love with and fuck like in a romance novel or whatever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It is not the name of like.
But then you get pregnant and he's like, I'm not taking care of that fucking baby.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that happens after the book ends. Okay. Like that's your own journey. But his name is Gary.
Tigert.
Gary. Mostly just Gary
Pennington.
though.
Gary Pennington.
Gary Pennington. So
that's him. That's Ty. And he was
it.
He was on Trading Spaces. He was the carpenter, the sweaty carpenter.
Do you think he was before
sweaty
his
carpenter?
Do you think he was before his time? A little, even though he did find success.
I feel like he was the right time. I feel like he was really successful. Yeah, no, I think.
But he would have had his own HGTV show. He would have
had his own HGTV show. But I feel like I don't feel like he would have. Yes, but I don't think that he couldn't now. I think people are still endeared to
remember
Ty
how
Pennington.
bad Extreme Home Makeover was? They'd make people these houses they couldn't afford, and they'd be like, we
and
defaulted
that's
and
why
are
the
selling
show-
it on eBay because we can't afford them.
I was about to bring that up. How did you know you're on my level?
Yeah.
Extreme Home Makeover was a scam of a show.
It was.
Extreme Home Makeover, every time, without fail, although who knows the actual percentages, but when those houses were completely renovated and gutted and all these new things were installed, people frequently had to fucking foreclose on their house or like straight up move out or sell it because they couldn't afford, number one, the property taxes, which inevitably increased. They couldn't afford the utility prices because, like, guess what? A bigger house costs more to
Guess
heat,
what? When you
cool,
install
and
like
provide electricity to.
like a fish tank in your kid's bedroom, you like have to pay
You're
for the
gonna be
fish
spending
tank.
$2,000 a month on upkeep and electricity for that fucking fish tank.
Right.
So that show was a mess. The moment the big truck drove away, the family was like, "Uh-oh. Uh-oh." And they had enough problems. That was the whole point. Their whole life was a problem.
I know.
And then they were like, wow, your house is great.
Just buy people their normal houses. Like, just pay off their loans. No, we don't need a makeover. Just pay off their home
Same thing
loan.
happened with Pimp My Ride. It's like, Exhibit is like, your car now has an Xbox in it. And then the cop is like, this is not street legal. Oops, you're in jail. Like, a nightmare situation, Pimp My Ride.
I love those shows. Yeah, it's true. It's like HGTV is an improvement on the old model, which was like giving people houses they couldn't afford and like fucking them over essentially.
But yeah, Ty Pennington. Gary Tigert Burton Pennington. Gary. What were the other? Can you name? Here's a fun quiz really quickly. Can you name other cast members of Trading Spaces?
No.
Not even one?
No. Can you?
Not even the host?
No.
Come on, the host.
No.
Iconic host name.
No.
Come on.
No,
Starts
I can't.
with a P. Starts with a P.
I can't. I'm telling you, I can't.
Paige Davis.
I don't. Did she have short hair?
Yeah, of course she had short hair.
Why are you asking? Like, I haven't seen this show in like 30 years.
Can you name another one? Genevieve. Can you name that?
No.
It starts with a V. Vern. Remember
I don't
Vern?
know any of them.
Well, that wasn't as fun as I expected it to be. Next call.
I really don't know any of them.
Is Lizzo a them yet?
It's so funny. You guys all were like VMAs, but then no one actually really called about the VMAs.
No one called.
Which is
we
funny
had a couple
'cause
calls. They just it was just like
I watched them, so I know what happened. It was so boring.
I watched the second half because I was watching Serenity in the first half.
Which honestly, it's better than the VMAs.
Serenity was good. I'm not going to get into it, but Serenity was good.
It wasn't. It's not good, but whatever.
Lizzo is a them absolutely now. I mean, I think it's official now.
I think she is. Her performance, but it's not because of the VMAs. But she did have an amazing VMAs performance.
It's very chicken or the egg situation. Like she got that amazing. Like she got such an amazing moment at the VMAs because they had faith in her and they knew she was a big deal. Also, she had one of the best sets of the night. Her songs hit.
I just think her
good
songs
as hell.
are
Good
now
as hell. Went
really
to the top of iTunes
her song
now.
is really popular culture right now. It's a really it's really part of popular culture.
And I think one of the coolest things about Lizzo's success is that people went into her back catalog and her old stuff is topping the charts now, which must be really
her
satisfying.
Old stuff is really good, and also it doesn't
her old stuff is better than the
charts
new
and
album.
release literally couldn't matter. It's like kids on TikTok being like ooh and finding an old song and making stuff out of it. So
but so people are finding all of her old music. She's performing her old music and it's topping the charts. She's a them. Everyone loves Lizzo now. Everyone loves Lizzo.
Mm-hmm.
We knew this would happen.
Mm-hmm.
We knew this. We predicted it, but it wasn't us. It was everyone. Everyone who knew Lizzo knew that she was going to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's a them. Yeah, we can't talk about her anymore. Although
bye-bye.
that hasn't stopped us in the past. Next VMA adjacent call.
Hi, Lindsay Bobby, medium time. This might not seem important, but Carol Radziwill of The Real Housewives of New York City / married to that guy just commented about Lil Nas X. Now we know that Carol knows who he is, but do we think Lil Nas X knows who Carol is? Gaga Guggy, Good Form Bella Thorne, me and Grease.
Gaga Guggy. You're more of a Housewives person than I am. What do you think?
Well, my immediate response is no.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, Lil Nas X, he did come out as gay. Or gay?
Gay people. I think he came out as gay.
Gay people
love Housewives.
He might secretly watch Housewives, but not even secretly. Housewives are good. Maybe he watches the Housewives. If he watches Housewives, he definitely watches New York since that's the premiere one. Carol was part of 2 seasons ago or 1 season ago. So
also, it might even be simpler than that because just maybe he follows pop culture. He's young. Carol Radziwill is in the headlines a lot. I don't watch Housewives. I know who Carol Radziwill is.
You do though?
I knew she was a housewife.
We did talk about her because she's Kennedy adjacent.
And Radziwill. And she's like, I'm the journalist.
Lil Nas X is pretty cool, pretty capital O online. So it is not surprising that he would come across a Carol Radziwill moment to know who she was. Does he really, really know who she is? Do any of us really, really know who she is? Great question. So I actually would say that he knows who she is. I feel like we've given enough evidence to point to
I think I'm there too. Yeah. He knows who Carol Radziwill is.
I think
Lil
I'm
Nas
there.
X,
I'm there.
Lil Nas X, if you're listening, can you just call in and let us know if you know who Carol Radziwill is?
Lea DeLaria. Lea DeLaria has our number, so you could ask her.
Lea DeLaria has it. I'm just going to be confident. I'm going to secret this into existence. Lil Nas X, call us.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. We are best friends, and together we have the podcast Office Ladies, where we rewatched every single episode of The Office with insane behind-the-scenes stories, hilarious guests, and lots of laughs. Guess who's sitting next to me? Steve! It is Steve Carell in the studio. Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests, and we'll be digging into our mailbag to answer your questions and comments. So join us for brand new Office Ladies 6.0 episodes every Wednesday. Plus, on Mondays, we are taking a second drink. You can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode.
Well, we can't wait to see you there. Follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, we're going to play a game of who or them.
Greenland, who or them?
1, 2, 3.
Them.
Them.
Greenland is
Greenland,
them. Yeah, because when
Greenland is the icy one.
I know why you're
Iceland is the
asking,
green
and
one.
when that happened, everybody was like Greenland, so people know what it is.
People
but people,
know.
yeah, and people now know that Iceland is green and Greenland is ice.
Everyone knew that already, though.
I know, but that was like something you learned as a kid.
Yeah. Wasn't it all because of a con artist didn't want someone to have the other one?
I guess.
It was some guy, like an explorer, was like,
Oh, he's trying to sell him. They were like,
he called it Greenland.
He's like,
he was
you want to buy
is the
this
good one."
land? It's
He was
green.
like, you don't want to buy Iceland
They
because
call
Iceland's
it green
Iceland.
land. You know.
Kate Mara, we've definitely done this, but why not?
Hi, Lindsay and Bobby. Medium time. Is Kate Mara a who or a them? Crunch, crunch.
1, 2, 3.
Who?
I think who.
We both stopped.
I think who.
You think Kate Mara's a who? Is Rooney Mara a them? Are they both thems? Are they both who's?
I feel dead.
Do you feel crazy?
Because I think Rooney Mara is a them because maybe they're both who's. Maybe they're both who's. No offense.
What?
There's never any offense, but I think they're both who's.
You think they're
both
who's? Okay.
I think so.
Interesting.
What would you say? We both instinctively went to who.
I feel like they're kind of them-y, though, in a way.
They're them-me, but I feel like neither of them, apart from Carol, which let's not try to inflate Carol's actual popularity.
Oh, really? What were you doing for the past, year and a half?
No, I'm just saying, to me, yeah, Rooney has an iconic role, Carol. But name another iconic Rooney role. Name another iconic Kate Mara role. I don't know that they exist.
Were they in the newsroom?
No. See what's happening here? No.
But one of them is married to Joaquin Phoenix, and one's in Side Effects.
I know, both iconic, but both not that famous.
Okay,
movies.
But Side Effects.
Side Effects is one of those movies you have to be like, no, seriously, Side Effects is the best
Side
movie ever
Effects
made.
is the best movie ever
It's
made.
the best movie ever made, but no one thinks about Side Effects. Rooney Mara ate the whole pie in that Ghost Story movie. I love Ghost Story.
Interesting. Okay.
Kate Mara was Chappaquiddick girl. Dead Chappaquiddick girl Ted Kennedy let die.
Okay.
Still doesn't make her a them.
Okay.
What was her name? It was Mary Jo. It was a 3 name.
Mary Jo.
Chappaquiddick dead woman.
Don't search that.
Awful.
Oh, no.
Awful. Mary Jo Kopechne. That's close.
Okay, question though. No one saw Chappaquiddick the movie.
No, apparently pretty good.
More people saw Chappaquiddick the incident than Chappaquiddick the movie. It wasn't good. Just kidding. No one saw.
That's so messed up.
No one saw Chappaquiddick the incident. That's the whole point. Okay.
One person did.
Okay, and he went to his grave with the information. So this is not a true crime podcast.
What's up? Is David Spade a who or a them? Either way, he's trying to mount a comeback, which I'm not happy about. Crunch, crunch.
1, 2, 3. Them.
He is
Sucks.
He is a late night show coming back, but I don't know if it's going to be successful.
Your mic's in your bra again.
Oh, it's in my bra. You're right. Okay. He has a late night show is why that person called.
God, who cares about David Spade?
I
It's
know,
wild
true.
that he maintains relevance.
Yeah.
Imagine giving a show to David Spade in 2019.
I mean, I
Find
can't imagine
someone
it because they've
else.
Yeah.
Find someone else.
Yeah.
I need your help figuring something out because I can't decide if Lewis and Clark are who or them. I know it seems Demi at first, but can you list their first names? It might be who.
Lewis and Clark as a whole. 1, 2, 3.
Them. But what is Lewis and Clark's names?
Do you know? Because I actually knew.
I knew that too.
They like popped up in my head. I was like, how did I remember
Well, like
this?
Merriweather. How do you forget
Merriweather
that?
Lewis, yeah.
And do you know
Remember
Clark's name?
Clark's name? Yeah, William.
Yeah. So I guess they're them separately too. That's what we found out from that experiment that we just did with our own selves.
Sacagawea, 1, 2, 3.
Them, obviously.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Them. They're all
History
thems.
thems are tough because it's like, where did you go to middle school? Did you learn this
exactly.
stuff?
What about Lois and Clark, New Adventures of Superman? 1, 2, 3.
Who?
Them. What? Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
I can't believe you just put Lewis and Clark and you replaced it by Lois and Clark.
When I thought I needed to have a crush on a lady when I was a kid,
I've heard this story. You've told
Terry
it
Hatcher.
here before. Davin, you were told this story here before.
Have I told it? I put up a poster of Terry Hatcher on my wall and I was like, I guess this'll work.
Your brother and sister are like, okay.
Literally, it was a TV guide cover of Terry Hatcher.
Your sister actually must have thought it was like the funniest thing she's ever seen in her whole life.
Oh, absolutely.
She walks in, she's like,
hilarious.
oh, Terry.
Oh, you got a crush on Terry Hatcher? Yeah, hot. She's a hot lady.
Back in the day, was Terry Hatcher like a hot lady?
I think she was a hot lady.
Like clearly,
she still is a hot lady.
Clearly, you wouldn't know whether that's not something that you would be the judge of. But was people?
Well, I
people
found
like,
the TV guide.
Were people?
I literally found the TV
Terry?
guide I had on my wall.
Let me
Wait,
see.
look.
Send it to me.
Well, you want to fucking? Do you want to fucking scream?
Yeah, I want to see what you put on your stupid wall. Let me
Just
see.
put it on my wall. Put it on my wall. Also, TV guides are tiny, so it was like a tiny cover of Terry.
Oh my
Hatcher.
god, I remember this one.
Yeah.
It was Terry as you've never seen her, which is in a dress in a pool.
Yeah. Not even like sexy,
A
particularly.
wet, wild, and wonderful photo gallery. You put this on your wall.
Yeah, just the cover of
Just
TV
the
guide.
cover.
Just the cover. I cut the cover off and then I stuck it on.
You're
the wall.
like, this woman is sexually attractive, and like,
was like, I'm into it. It sort of reminds me of like it.
The funny thing
it was
is,
like how I thought it was weird when I was little and people talked about their imaginary friends, and I was like, what? And I remember going home once and being like, do I have to create an imaginary friend? And then I tried it. I was like 6
it was
years old.
also
And I was
Terry
like,
Hatcher.
This is stupid. I was like, this is stupid.
I mean, the funny thing is, I could see you putting this on your wall like today.
Today, yeah, in a shadow box, like
yeah,
beautiful.
like
I
a
kind of want to now.
beautiful-
Ooh, that'd be ironic. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's fun, and then you can
I
tell
love
people
Terry
that story.
Hatcher.
You could be like, this was what I put on my wall to like prove my heterosexuality.
Me giving a tour of the home. And this is my TV guide cover of Terry Hatcher. Terry, as you've never seen her. Fun fact. And then I tell the story and they go, so funny.
It is funny. It is
so
funny.
funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
It is funny.
Okay.
What is next on this stupid podcast?
Christy Brinkley is a them, right? Is that wrong? Christy Brinkley, who are them? And do you think she's going to dance to Uptown Girl on Dancing with the Stars, or is that dumb? All right, crunch.
1, 2, 3.
Them. She's on Dancing with the Stars, which is why people ask. But, I say she's still a them. Supermodel them.
Still them.
Will she dance to Uptown Girl? Great question.
She was.
If she knows what's good for her. If she knows what's good for her, she'll dance to Uptown Girl.
If she dances to Uptown Girl, Billy Joel is going to drive a car into the Dancing with the Stars studio. Let me tell you something.
Are you kidding? He's the one who's had like 25 wives since they married or whatever.
Remember we saw Billy Joel? That was so fun.
Oh yeah, and I
What
said
a
hi,
beautiful
Billy Joel.
moment.
And he was just
No, you
eating.
did
He was
not.
just like eating Italian food at a restaurant.
You didn't
Yes,
say hi. We didn't say hi.
I did. Oh
You know,
no,
I sat down.
I said hi a different time when I saw him.
When you saw him in your dorm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Do you know I told you I saw at dinner last night.
Yeah, the girl who's
The girl
known from being Kieran Culkin's girlfriend.
Being Kieran Culkin's girlfriend in Succession, and the eldest daughter / John Krasinski's wife in It's Complicated.
That's a good sighting.
It was a really good sighting. And
2
I was like,
IMDb
ugh!
got out of her.
And I think she knew, like, I feel like she knew, like, because
She
I
knew
was
that
just
you
like
knew.
looking at her. And she was with her friend who was an actor, and they were like talking about like acting and like the friend obviously wasn't
I mean,
famous.
if you're
The
on like
friend
a
was,
hot show, like people are gonna. Now's the time that you're gonna get recognized if you're on a hot show.
Yeah. And the friend was like, they obviously knew each other from like
Acting.
theater and acting, and the friend was more of a theater person. They were talking about like people they've worked with and like blah blah blah. And she was, I don't know, it was fun to, I couldn't really get details, but it's a fun reminder that like, yeah, actors are famous and beautiful and like whatever, but like it's still kind of, it's like such a nightmare industry to be in, because like I could hear them both like complaining about like, oh well, like, you know, I did that because I just needed a check, like I hadn't had a job in forever, and like it was a lot of that.
I love the idea of you
conversation, and
like
I was like, I love
eavesdropping
it.
on this like random actress's dinner, just like
And
poor
I'm
Josh
not
is
good
just
at
like,
eavesdropping.
okay, yeah,
because I look,
you have
like
to look
my
directly
eyes,
at the person. I have that too, that issue too.
my eyes like get really wide, and then I like kind of hunch over, like I have a
What?
listening. It's very clear that I'm listening.
Like you have a listening face and body.
Yeah, I just have no chill. Next call.
Really.
I almost said I'm loving this season, then I was like, stop it, Bobby, do not say anything.
Wait, to who?
To her. I don't even know what her name is.
You almost complimented her on the season?
I was like, as we were leaving, because they like shut down the rest. Like they like got a lot of food, and like
Where'd
they
you
got
go?
dessert. That place, Italian place, Aita.
Is it good?
In Clinton Hill. Yeah, because we were looking. Yeah, we were
Yeah,
like in
I
the
saw.
neighborhood, and we
Yeah,
needed
yeah.
a place to eat.
Uh-huh.
And everything around there has like the longest wait,
Uh-huh.
and that place didn't.
Uh-huh.
And so we sat down, and we just got pasta.
Uh-huh. Great. Okay, let's move on.
But they like were getting all this stuff, and so when we left, they were the only ones. They were like one of a couple tables that still had people there. And it was pretty early. It was like 9. But I almost said like, loving this season.
Oh, you are so
but I didn't.
obnoxious. Yeah.
I didn't. No, I'm not obnoxious. I didn't do it.
Loving this season.
I'm loving this season.
Oh,
she's only had
loving
like
this
one
season.
scene this season.
Loving this
Her
season.
name is.
She didn't write it.
This
She
name
didn't
right.
create it.
Let's get this name right. Justine Loop.
Justine Loop.
No, that's not her. That's not her. That's
Not her. That's not her.
Hold on. Not her. Not her. Let's get the name right. Hold on.
Yep.
Let's get the name right.
Sure.
Just 1 second.
I don't
We're gonna
care.
find her. Caitlin Fitzgerald.
Caitlin Fitzgerald.
She capitalizes the G? That is wild.
Caitlin Fitzgerald. Wait, do I know who that is?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Fitz, capital F, ITZ, capital G, Erald.
Wait, hold on. Do I know her?
She's in Masters of Sex.
Wait, I've met her in real life.
Really?
That's so funny.
Tabitha in Succession.
Yeah, she came
and
up.
she's in Sweet Bitter.
She came up because she went on a date with another famous person that I don't want to talk about on this podcast.
She was in Unreal.
Wait, that's
She was
so
in It's
funny. Yeah,
Complicated.
that's how I knew her from Unreal. Anyways, oh my
Mrs.
God.
Agnes Adler. Okay, next call.
Is Allison Stoner, and I mean post MTV iconic dance, who are them? Thank you, goodbye.
1, 2, 3.
Who?
Who?
Get out of here with this. She's the
So many-
the dancer
so-
from Missy Elliott's music video from 4
So I
years
take
ago.
it back. We didn't get a lot of VMAs calls. We got a lot of calls about Allison Stoner.
What?
And it was like, who cares?
Well, it was funny because
Allison
like
Stoner
they
doesn't
brought,
care.
it's like Missy Elliott got a tribute. There's so many like iconic people involved. It was an amazing tribute. And they're like, what if we bring out the like young girl who danced? Which honestly, like, I don't think anyone cares about anymore.
I mean, our voicemail inbox begs to differ.
You're all nostalgic. Sick with nostalgia. Sick with it.
Hi, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Who or them? Goody Santa Claus on a sleigh ride.
1, 2, 3.
Them. 3 named them, but like
3 named
but
them.
maybe
not
heading
really
in-
a good actress. Them.
maybe
but,
heading into
you know,
hooiness like soon. Watch your back.
That name. Watch her back. She's such a representative of like a very specific early aughts culture,
It's
late
true.
90s, early
It's
aughts
true.
culture.
It's true.
She was never all that good,
That's
but
true.
she was in everything.
Rude.
People loved
Very
her.
rude.
She was like on the cover of magazines. She released that song Bare Naked that wasn't good.
Great song. What are you talking about?
I'm getting jaded.
I've played that here on this
just
podcast
can't
before.
Fake it anymore.
'Cause I'm bare naked and I just can't. Is it just can't take it?
Just can't take it. I'm getting jaded. No, I just can't fake it anymore.
Okay,
Bare
okay.
naked. Life's what you make it.
Somebody called and was like, "Why is Bobby always on key and you're off key?" I was like, "Rude, delete."
Someone called and said that?
Yeah, I was like, "Delete."
Sweetie.
I think
Sweetie,
it's
thank you
because
so
I
much.
always put the music under your voice for you, and you sound like you're singing on key.
Oh.
You never do that for me, but it's fine. Okay.
Liv Tyler in the year of our Lord 2019. Who are them? Also, her like 25 getting ready, whatever, skincare for Vogue. It's so boring.
1, 2, 3.
Them.
You get
Did you watch her new video with her apartment tour? Because I highly recommend it.
Someone called about it though, and I didn't even know it existed because no one sent it to me.
Well, she did one of her beauty thing, and that went viral because it was like 45 steps long.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
And then she did one for her house, and it's like the most like fucking. I mean, this is just like for New York. So for New York head only, like for New Yorkers, like it was a New York. Sorry, I just like had a brain fart there. It's like for New Yorkers only, in that it's like a converted West Village brownstone with like lots of like intricate details, like pink glass. Like she's like, everyone told me they didn't want pink glass, but I put in pink glass and it's beautiful. Like she's insane. It's insane. I love it.
My favorite thing about Liv Tyler is that she starred in The Leftovers not knowing she was starring in a television show.
She thought it was a movie?
No, they just like filmed her smoking and like talking about the end of the world, and they were like, oh, this works.
Wait, really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I thought you were serious. Wait, in the video though, you have to watch at the end. She goes, "Can I take you to my attic?" And then it's just a shot of her hunched over, and she's like, "We're in my attic." It's so good. It's so good. She shows everyone her Lord of the Rings sword.
This is the way to my attic, and I thought you might want to come up and see my attic with me. So this is my attic. I haven't been up here for a while. It's very
I'm telling
hot.
you, it's so good.
I have so much memorabilia.
It's so good.
Her voice sounds like a female Benjamin Button aged backwards woman.
Yeah.
Who's now on benzos. Like deeply relaxed. You know what I mean? That's what she sounds
Her
like.
voice is incredible.
Because it's like
incredible.
It's old and it's baby, but it's also old and wise.
It's a
but
wise
it's also
baby.
So tired.
It's a wise baby. Exhausted wise baby.
It's an exhausted wise baby who's also really tired, but also like really wants to entertain you. So like doesn't want to go to sleep.
She's so excited about some parts of her house. You have to watch the whole thing. It's
She's
like
trying
insane.
so hard not to yawn because she doesn't. She wants to be present in the moment. You know, that's her voice.
But she's exhausted. It's like
I love that her attic is like kind of gross.
We'll just love that she's like, "Do you want to see my attic?"
Hi, Who Weekly. I'm back. I was just wondering if you could tell me if Rosalia is a who or a them. She just got 3 VMA nominations, and I really feel like in the U.S. and the English-speaking world, she's like about to like pop off in an even bigger way. Also, Kylie Jenner and Kourtney Kardashian and Willow Smith have listened to her music publicly on Instagram, and like, is that more who or them? I'm not sure, but yeah, La Rosalia. Bye. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Who?
I think almost them. I
think
feel like not quite there yet.
Almost them. More like Spanish language them.
Spanish language them.
Like, but I would say like Ozuna is already kind of themmy, and
Cool
J
person
Balvin
them?
is pretty themmy.
Yeah.
But like Bad Bunny is kind of hooey still.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like
But
going
I think
through those guys.
Rosalia is also like music industry that people are obsessed with.
I mean,
her.
she's like the number one up and coming person that people keep mentioning.
Which
and
is
she
the
was
story of Lizzo.
She was
which
so
is the story of Lizzo.
good on the VMAs too. Like her performance was also like just wild, so good.
And I think Normani, it's same boat as Normani. Like it's still a who, but
that's why it's like the VMA should just be all who's.
Yeah,
it should be all who's. Like shift it, because all we talk about.
I don't need Taylor Swift.
Well,
I don't
all
need,
we talk about is
Miley
like
Cyrus performance was really good.
how Ariana wasn't there, how Billie Eilish wasn't there, how all these people weren't there, and it's like fuck that. Focus on the who's, and you won't have to worry about it. They'll all come.
Thank you for listening to Who Weekly. Call in 619 Who Them if you have questions, comments, or concerns. Have a great Labor Day weekend if you are in America. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If not,
be happy you aren't.
Have a normal one. Yeah, exactly. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Rate, review us on Apple Podcasts. It's been a while since we've had reviews. It's been like a week.
Yeah, where are reviews? Where are reviews, honey?
We'll see you on Tuesday. Happy Labor Day. Bye.
To be famous.
Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Bobby. Medium time. I just got off the F train at 14th, and I saw a sign for the Jake Gyllenhaal Broadway show starring someone named Tom Sturridge. Who is that? Because he's very hot. I know I could Google it, but I would rather you guys tell me. Tom Sturridge. Thanks so much. Mean Grease.
Hi, Weekly, long time. I just saw the tweet about the hotline call about who is Tom Sturridge.
I actually work at Seawall Life. I'm on break right now. And so I'll be your concierge correspondent. He's a British prestige husky to them. He's done like several big movies, mostly movies. Anyway, he's a really talented actor. The show is two like one-man shows that are one act back to back. And originally Jake was going to go first and then Tom, but then they flipped it, which is Tom's kind of wiping the floor with Jake, which was so like but people are coming for the them, not the who. So I think this is a good order. Also, like I've almost sent the poster to you guys a million times because it is very clear who is the who and who is the them. Tom Sturridge was also a Tony nominee for Orphans, which was one of those like flash in the pan thems. Like it was a them when it came out, and then now everybody's like, what? And then that super hooey on the road adaptation he was in. Yeah. Oh, and he's been married to Sienna Miller. But yeah, you know he's British, and in real life, no, don't have it. But, you know, he's very talented. And Lindsay, I know you like plays, so the company I work for, if you come see Seawall, if you come see Betrayal, I'll get you anything you want half price, merchandise. We're the only company in the city owned and run by women, but don't worry about me making my commission. I love the podcast. If you want a shirt, it's yours. Anyway, French, me and Grace, Scarjo, Yummy Pop, RSC.
If a product is free, then you're the product. Good form, Bellator.